Good morning. It is October the 3rd, the third day of October, but the first week in October. So for all you October babies, today is the beginning of your week to celebrate all month long. All 31 days. You can have it. It's all you. I mean, I'll possess mine in April, but you can have October. It's all you, all yours. So I say to you right now, good morning, good day to you. Happy October. You have a full month to be great. This is the beginning of your great month for all you October babies out there. So good morning to you. I pray that your weekend has been blessed. I pray that you learned something in the week that you can take and carry over. This weekend that you can take and carry over into your week, something you learn about yourself that you can grow from, learn from, and develop. So good morning. Peace. Good morning, Miss Scott. I pray that your day is blessed, beautiful, and bountiful, just like the harvest that you see. So a good morning in October to everybody. All right. Again, we'll always start in gratitude. We always start with the attitude, something that you can use and something that you can carry over to today. Trust and believe. Today's conversation is really about your attitude. Trust it. You carry this attitude throughout the day. There's a lot less things that you're going to worry about just because I come to win. All right, so everybody who may be watching it right now in the YouTube space, you may be watching it or listening to it in the podcast space, iHeartRadio, Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Podbean, wherever you're listening to it at right now or watching it, I say thank you and I appreciate you 1,000%. So we about that work today. How was your weekend? Put it inside the chat. I just want to, create some sort of dialogue. How was your weekend? If your weekend was great, put great, whatever it is. If it was blessed, put blessed, whatever it is. If it was trying, whatever it is, drop that in there. So, before we really get started, I want to say that last week was a very learning experience for me to look at things from a different perspective. In order for me to grow as an individual, in order for me to grow as a person, sometimes you got to look at some stuff from a different perspective. So you can say, okay, you know what? I know I'm better than that, and today is the day for me to go ahead and make it better. Do different creates a different result by doing different. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. For those that come on a replay, peace and blessings and good morning to you too. For everybody that's here, let's go ahead and jump with it. So come right, and I want you to come to win. So let me go ahead and switch this screen so you can go ahead and take this live and share it on your news feed, or take this live and share it inside of a Facebook group, because this is something that's really going to touch. All right, let's go ahead and jump. And after you share it, just go ahead and put the word done. All right. I come to win. I want you to say that, and I want you to possess that. I want you to embody that. Because just saying it alone, it makes you feel different. You can feel that sense of empowerment by just telling yourself, I come to win. When you walk into the office today, tell yourself, I come to win. When you go inside the gym today, tell yourself, I come to win. When you're dealing with a situation today, you tell yourself, I come to win. I mean, you don't have to say it out loud. I mean, if you do, so be it. If you don't, as long as you hear it, that's all that matters. Ain't nobody need to hear, I come to win, but you. That's the main person that needs to hear it. I come to win. So let's go ahead with the definition of the word win. It says a successful result in a contest, conflict, bet, or other endeavors of victory. And the inversion on this is white over red. That means I want you to pay attention to the white. A successful result in a conflict. I should have highlighted the word or. A successful result in a conflict or endeavor. So the reason why I put the word conflict in there, because not everything is going to be peaches and cream. Not everything is going to be sunshiny day. It's not always going to be that. But even in your conflict, there are lessons. So therefore, that is still a win. That means you learn something from it. So now you don't have to go through it, or you can identify it when that thing comes back to you again. And that's how you really begin that process of I come to win. Because you're learning from what happened and creating what can happen for you in the future. So a successful result in a conflict or endeavor. And the next definition of win, it says, be successful or victorious. I mean, there was no reason for an inversion on this end, because it says what it says, right? There's no change in that. There's no reason to change anything about it, because be, that means be, right? That means be. That means you've done it. That means you've tried it. That means you've taken a step forward. That means you have assumed it. That means you understand it. To just be. Be successful or victorious. Just be. And the next definition, which is going into the etymology of it, going into the origin, looking at the origin of the word win, definitely does not look like it doesn't look like the definition. This comes from the etymology of the word win. So the etymology of the word win is Old English winning, however they pronounce it, which spelled W-I-N-N-A-N, winning, maybe, whatever. And it says to labor, toil, struggle for, work at, strive, and fight. However they got the origin of the word win, that means you've gone through some stuff, right? You stayed with it. That's why it says to labor and to toil. You stayed with it. You stayed in the fight. You didn't let go. You didn't allow your situations to get the best of you, because you labored with it. You struggled for it. So when you come into that space and you know that you're about to get into dealing with some conflicts or something like that, that's when you say to yourself, I come to win. I come to win. That is a spirit of an embodiment of you're not taking your not so successful moments and allowing them to consume you, but you're allowing that experience to empower you, to tell you that I come to win. Right? I come to win. I is you. That's not you pointing the finger at anybody else. That's not you blaming somebody else for a situation. That's not blaming your mama for something that you know you had direct power and influence in. It's not you blaming your daddy for something that you had direct power and influence in. That's not you blaming your friends for something that you felt they should have done, but you had the ultimate opportunity to change it, but you didn't do it. But now you can possess it for yourself and say, I come to win. I'm not here to compete with you. I'm here to tell myself that I come to win. I come to be victorious. It is my responsibility. So therefore, I come to win. Let's take a deep dive and really just be honest and transparent for the moment. Right? Winning can be a lonely road. Winning can be, like they say, well, this the road less traveled. I mean, sometimes winning can be like that. Winning can also be the extra mile. It could be the extra mile can definitely be lonely because only those who are willing to exceed the expectations or to exceed what others see as the norm. Are you? It feels like a gut punch. But now, what are you gonna do? I mean, it's like Mike Tyson said. He said, I forgot who was the reporter, but Tyson said, everyone has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. Have you ever planned something and it felt like you got punched in the mouth? But in order to blow, you have to accept the responsibilities of what you've done in order for you to say, you know what, man, that hurt. Felt like everything was falling apart. I've tried, I planned, I put all my ducks in a row, I dot my I's, I've crossed my T's, I've wrote the vision, I've made it plain, and it's still I got punched in the mouth. I've planned it out, but I didn't plan that punch. We all have situations. We all have trials and tribulations, but when are you going to tell yourself that I come to win? That is a self-absorbed responsibility. That's not you waiting for somebody else to support you. That's you supporting yourself. That's you telling you that you got it. Because it's I. That means there's a possessive, something that you have to own and own up to at the same time. Because I come to win is a development. That's something that you've developed, a mindset that you develop in order for you to keep going and for you to tell yourself, like, yesterday was terrible, but today I come to win. I'm not going to fall by the wayside because I know my why. I know the direction that I'm going. I know that the journey to be peaches and cream, but I'm committed to the journey and I'm dedicated to the task. So therefore, I come to win. And this development is really the creation of a winning culture, right? A culture yourself. And that winning culture with yourself is like telling yourself over and over again, I come to win. Just like with Jacob, and he was holding on to the angel, and the angel was like, hey, let me, yes, I'm paraphrasing, like, let me go, it's almost daybreak. That's you holding on to that thing that you know that is yours and not allowing it to overcome you. And you're telling it like you did, I won't let you go until you bless me. I won't let this task go until I figure it out. I want myself to quit. I solve this or resolve this. Because at some point in our lives, we have to begin to speak life into our gifts. Give purpose to our talents. Just because you're gifted in something, that doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have to work anymore or you don't put in the effort anymore. That means you have identified that gift exists for you to put work to. It's time for you to understand that the gift is given to you, but now it's time for you to do that thing that you were blessed and gifted in doing. Some of us are gifted, but we're not certified. We're gifted with our hands. We know how to do things, but we're not certifying those things that we were blessed and gifted with. We're gifted in the conversation, but we talking out loud. This is me talking to me too. I felt that way like last week when I went to a seminar and there was somebody I knew that was up on the stage teaching. And I remember when he started. I remember when he started speaking, he and I started speaking at the same time. So we're both blessed, the gift that we have. But then he was up there on stage speaking. I'm not gonna lie, just gonna be transparent. I felt convicted because he was doing something that I know that I could do, right? I felt it was a proud moment for me to see him up there, but it was a conviction that I felt because I was like, man, that could have been me. I wasn't there because I was gifted, but I wasn't certified. He went extra mile. He took it. He took it there and got certified in it. So the gifts that you have, get certified in it. Put action behind it. Give life to it. Breathe life into it. Certify those actions. Because a winning culture, it really sets the stage for positive attitudes and attributes, right? I come to feels good. It sounds good. It for that positive way of thinking. It creates the high expectations that I didn't come to lose you, right? It's not that I'm competing with you or competing with anybody else. I'm competing with what I have. I'm competing against the gifts that I have. I'm competing against the processes that I've taken. And I'm committed to changing the processes in order for me to change the outcome. So the attributes have to change in order for the outcome to be in a winning environment or to develop a winning culture. It's the stage and the tone for a successful performance. Right? Even if the outcome isn't in our favor, it is still something that we've learned. Right? It's still something that we've learned, and I think we have to understand that even in my lessons, there's blessings. I know you heard it before. I don't care because I come to win. When you've been blessed with vision, when you've been blessed with gifts, when you've been blessed in circumstances, when you've been blessed with favor, when you've been blessed with word, when you've been blessed with wisdom, you've been blessed with a circle and a body of people that is there that you can tap into. You've been blessed with being recharged. What are you going to do right now? You got all these things that you say that is good and is happening for you, but when are you going to create and to maintain that winning culture? Say, I come to win. And I refuse to let you go until you bless me. I refuse to let you go because I'm committed. I refuse to let you go because I'm dedicated to it. I refuse to let you go because I'm determined. I refuse to let you go because I associate with it. Because when you assume it and say, I come to win, that means that I understand that I have to be transparent in what I'm doing, that I am assuming that as mine. It's like that child when you say that's mine, and when you try to take it away from that child, he or she's still screaming, that's mine. I want you to say that. look at that house and say, that's my house. Remember back in the day when you drive around and you was in the vehicle with your family or your folks or cousins or whatever, you say, that's my car. Let's take that and get back to that ownership. Let's create ownership in our process of thought. Say, that's my future. That's my harvest. That's my determination. That's my gifts. That's where I'm going because I come to win. I didn't come to compete with you. I came to compete with what I just got finished on yesterday. I came to compete with what I just got finished on last month. So within the fabrics of my determination lies my purpose. I'm going to say that again. Within the fabrics of my determination lies my purpose. And within my purpose lives my why. Then after you wrap all that up and you put it into a gift, you put a little pretty bow on it and you open that box and you look inside, you say, I come to win. That's a gift. It's a gift to walk into a room and own the room because you own your thoughts. It's possessive. It's okay to be confident, to say, I come to win. That's not cocky. That's you telling yourself. That's you understanding your process. That's you speaking to those dry bones. I come to win. We're going to revive these gifts that's been laying in the valley. And we're going to tell those bones to stand up because we got work to do. It's October. This thing that you've been telling yourself since January that you're going to fix or finish, it's not over yet. It's not over until you win. But it's your I, not mine. It's your I. It's yours. Remember, what has two eyes, but it only can be seen by those who assume vision. So take your vision, see it for what it is, direct it for where it's going to go, add determination to it, add discipline to it, and tell yourself that I come to win. And even if the results is not in my favor, I have learned the process of creating a winning attitude. And I can take from that process that I've just learned from and cultivate that not so winning process, or that failure, you want to call it, and repurpose that into my passion, into profits, into purpose, into power. Doesn't it sound powerful? I come to win. All right, that's enough. Hey, man, y'all be blessed. It's the first week in October. Whatever you didn't get finished in September, write that down. And after you write it down, and I want you to look at it and hold it and assume responsibility over it and assume responsibility with it. And you tell it, I come to win. And every time you complete one of those tasks, you check it off. I come to win. And you go to the next thing. Once you're done with that, line it out, check it off. I come to win. And you go to the next thing. Trust me, that's me talking to me. You just are in this technology phase where you can hear it out loud. Because there's some new things that I'm doing for me. So I have to tell me I come to win. You're just bearing witness that I have to assume that responsibility in order for me to win. So let's assume our gifts and certify our talents and put our feet on the ground and tarry and keep going. If I can keep going, you can keep going. How about that? If I got it, you got it. How about that? So let's motivate one another. Let's empower one another. Let's assume our gifts, because there may be a gift that I assume that may be a blessing to you. There may be a gift that you assume that you win in your harvest that may be a blessing to me. But you have to come to win for yourself, and I have to come to win for myself. All right. Hey, y'all be blessed. And I'll see you tomorrow, 7:30, right here at Consistency is Currency, your morning podcast of choice. Make sure you go to Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, whichever platform that you listen to your normal regular podcast on. Type in Consistency is Currency and go ahead and subscribe to the podcast. And if this is your first time, go there and listen to the past podcast and catch back up, because this is episode 207. And being that I've crossed over the 200 episodes of podcast, I'll open it up. I didn't want to have any guests on until I reach my goals of 200 or more. So if you're interested in being a guest on Consistency is Currency, send an email. It's real simple. consistencyiscurrency@gmail.com. And come on here and be a guest. Yes, it's in the morning. Don't come on now and try to change. Well, can you do 9? No, it's at 7:30 in the morning. Come on this platform and be consistent. Y'all be blessed. Peace.